Alright class, settle down, class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel. I'm running away from a frog. Anyhow, in my last ditch effort to find the Pig King, I actually did find him, he's right there. So he's not too far off from the beefalo biome. So I'm just going to find the good spots. I'm just going to try and find a good spot to put my final base down. It's going to have to be relatively near the beefalo, but I want it to be relatively near good resources as well. The problem is that there are no great resource biomes near there as far as I can tell. So I'm going to just check around one last little bit, but we're pretty much in a good spot. I just want to find a grassland biome that doesn't have a spider nest in it, since camping up beside the spider nest, a little bit unpleasant, if I'm totally honest with you. Not great. So, basically, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find it. I might have to just kill that spider nest right away, hopefully before it turns into a level 2 spider nest, and then I'll build my base down in that grassland biome. And that'll be perfectly acceptable. Let's take out our spear, and I'll show you how to take out a spider's nest when you're low into the game. This will be a good source of silk. Okay, so we're just going to drop a basic rabbit trap. Going to lure our spider into it. That's a nice piece of silk. That was lucky. Usually I just get tons of monster meat from these bastards. And we're just going to keep doing this up until the spider nest is empty. Ah, damn, I'm getting that monster meat again. Okay, so no more spiders are coming out of there, so we're just going to whack at the spider nest with our spear and pick up that silk. You can do it with an axe easily enough as well, but it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so this is going to be our base camp. It's going to be here because we want it to be relatively near these natural berry bushes that we don't have to fertilize. Try and pick a spot that's relatively open. It's got some good space around it to grow. And it looks like this will be perfectly fine. I'm going to build it right here in this area. First thing you would need to build, though, science machine. I need my logs, so let's get to cutting. And we're going to need a lot of wood, so let's just drop this. Let's drop this for now. Drop all our stuff that we can, that's not going to despawn. I don't think anything actually really despawns except for charcoal, or not charcoal, but ashes in this game, so we don't have to worry about too many things despawning on us. But we want to chop down a ton of trees. We need a lot of wood to get a base started up, and this will be... Oh right, I dropped my rocks. Because I'm a moron. Okay. Okay. And we'll build our science machine right over... I think here is a good spot for it. Pick up... Put some stuff over there. Go and build a backpack right away. That'll solve all those problems that we're having. There we go. So we've got the science machine. We need to start refining things. Let's refine a rope. Let's find a cut stone. Cut stone is going to be required for the next stage of development here. And we also need a ton more wood for the next stage of development. And for our fire pit, so we don't have to keep running around through the night like a bunch of maniacs. Just gonna pick all this stuff up. Go prototype a shovel. Use the shovel to pick up these stumps so that we're not wasting wood. But this is going to be us setting up our basic camp. And this is my tutorial for that, basically. As you can see, the map is very important for this. I've got a good source of silk near that spider's nest. This area is full of rabbits over here. This area is full of beefalo. There's also another spider's nest. We're going to use those for farming silk. We're near a ton of trees and a mysterious fridge in the woods. We're near bees, which we're going to use later. And we've got a decent walk, but it's close enough to the Pig King that I'm not too worried about it. We've also got these fishing ponds if we want to do that, but we don't really need to with the position we're in. We're way the heck off from Maxwell's biome, which I'm going to want to do an exploration to eventually, but since you only go there once, it doesn't matter that I'm not too close to it. So that is how I decided what I'm going to do. Your map isn't necessarily going to be set up like that, but what you want to be close to is the beefalo. You don't want to be amongst the beefalo, though. What you want to be is like 20-second walk away from the beefalo, and that'll be perfectly fine. Any closer than that, and they get kind of irritated by day 14, and they'll kill you. So that's why you don't build on the beefalo. So the very basics of a camp are going to be about day 5 to 8, I would say, is what you want to do, depending on when you set up your base. If you set it up earlier, you don't need to build it quite as early, obviously. So this is pretty good. We're doing pretty well here. Now, the one thing I do wish I found was Chester. Usually you can find him if you explore enough, but I think I was just unlucky in terms of coming across where he is. He's probably in a swamp somewhere. Anyway, let's get... actually, let's not get our fire pit started quite yet. Let's keep chopping down trees. We just want to make the absolute best use of our time, and I don't think I can build the machine and the chest yet. And a chest is very important. Lets you actually store all this garbage that you've got on you. But yeah, as you can see, I'm hungry, but I've got tons of food, so it's not like that's actually a problem. It's just that I haven't taken the time to stop and actually eat anything. Generally, by now, I also like to have killed a tall bird or so, but I didn't really have the time since I was running around looking at that damn pig king. Anyhow, let's get to chopping all these trees down, spazzing out a little bit, and that should be enough wood now. I'm not positive, but that looks like it's about right. Getting pretty close to night, so we'll put down our fire at the last second. Now, I'm not going to pick these flowers. I'm going to build bee boxes later, so it saves me a little bit of time not having to do that now. Not having to do that later, I mean, if I leave those flowers in place. And it looks like we're approaching night pretty fast. So tonight we're going to build our fire and we're going to prototype a bunch of things. And tomorrow we're going to basically hunt down poop, which is manure for farms. Very important resource. It's going to basically carry us through to winter without having to spend much time or effort doing other things. But I also want to build my alchemy engine and a box. Okay, so it's officially dark out. Let's get back up here to our science machine, build a fire pit, and build an alchemy engine. We need boards for it. Alright, he's hungry. I should probably deal with that. Nope. Took up some berries and some carrots, and we're going to be fine. And that'll be enough for now. Let's keep prototyping boards. Okay, science, alchemy engine. Just build it right here. Boom, done. Okay, one more plank, and that'll be our chest. Build it right near the fire, grab that monster meat, and let's go pick up some farming gear, basically. Now, it takes 6 per improved farm, so it's going to take me a while to collect all the manure that I need. And I'm probably going to start by building 3 farms, maybe 4. We'll have to see how things go. If I recall, they're sort of north of this road mostly. Yeah, looks like it. When you're amongst the beefalo, remember, always de-equip all your gear. You don't want anything in this hand, because you'll accidentally attack the beefalo if you do. So, empty hand, empty hand. Very important so you don't get immediately crushed by a stampede. Since I'm not even wearing armor, it's an important lesson. Now I should be able to get 18 of these today, but if not, that's pretty fine. You basically just hang around them all day waiting for them to go, and once they do, you pick it up. That's all there is to it. It's a pretty boring day, honestly. Least interesting part of agriculture. The more interesting part is the bird part, and I'll show you that by day probably 15. That's why I like to have that set up. We've got plenty of grass. Farms also require a lot of grass. Looks like we're going to have our 18 now. Perfect. Okay, so let's go back and build our farms. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough rocks actually for 3 farms, but let's hope we do. It was... okay. It'll take me a little while to get used to my base location. I'm pretty slow as far as that goes. Let's go pick up our box thing and our gnome. Not that they're actually useful, but we can go put them in our box that we just built, so that's a better place for them, I think. It'll be easier to remember where they are. Okay, just about back to base. Here we go. Let's look at food. It's an improved farm. And let's build it just down here. And these are going to be a great source of stable food production. It takes about 2 whole in-game days to make food, and they're not going to be that useful up until we've got our bird nest up and running, which will let us selectively build crops. So that's going to be our next priority. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing before we leave, and that is rocks, science, lightning rod. This is a very important addition to a base. It stops your stuff from getting destroyed by lightning. And we're also going to prototype razor because I'm getting scruffy. Okay, let's put that back in there. Let's put this beard hair in there along with the garden gnome and the things. Looks like I've only got one thing, that's fine. Okay, perfect. So, did that take 3 gold? Shoot, I might have to go pick up 1 more gold. But in any event, what we need to do now is go find the swamp, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to find it. Usually a good bet is past these forests, so I'm going to have to go give that a quick check. But we need papyrus, and papyrus is necessary for a wide variety of things. It's very useful stuff. We're also going to have to go harvesting spiders, but we'll do that after we find the papyrus. But papyrus is made from reeds, which you find in the swamp biome. It's one of the most dangerous things to get, so I'm going to get that out of the way first. You can get it last if you want to. After that, we're going to build a bee box or 2 and start farming honey as well. You want to have all that started in place before your first winter. But this is going to be our day 6, 7, and possibly 8 task, is building the bird cage. Actually, I'm right by this spider nest, and I don't want this spider nest to grow, so I'm going to destroy it. To do that, again... Oops. Come on. Okay, we've got enough now for our bird trap. That's great. Come on. And I'm just destroying that one. Normally you don't want to destroy spider's nests because they're a renewable resource. In this case, though, I don't want that one growing into a spider queen, which becomes very nasty very quickly. So as you can see, we're already back to our adventuring mode where I just build torches and run through the night. And that's just because I'm trying to look for something. This is a faster, more efficient way of finding stuff as opposed to, you know, just going back to base camp every night. Since there's nothing that I was going to be doing that night anyway, I may as well explore. Looks like it's not down here. Let's try further up along the coast here. Usually, swamps are along the map edges, so it's usually a good idea to sort of check along those edges. Looks like one of our pig friends killed a spider, so let's pick that up. I think we got enough spider silk to get a lot of what we want done, but not quite everything, so we're going to keep harvesting more of that. I need 4 for the bird trap, and I need 2 for the bug catching net. And I need both of those for what I want. Lots of spiders' nests in this forest, and I don't want spiders proliferating here, so I'll end up killing all of them. You only want level 3 spiders' nests in a very small number of places. I'm going to quickly chop down this rock, because I'm pretty sure I needed one more gold. Whoop. Shit. There we go. Okay. Pick up the rocks while we're at it, because why not? Anyhow, let's carry on. Got a grave there, but I don't want to be digging those up quite yet. Looks like we're at the world edge here. Yep. Okay, maybe it's north of the beefalo herds, or past the beefalo herds, so I'm going to check that area next. But yeah, this is a big part of how to set up everything relatively quickly and relatively efficiently, is a lot of exploration, since that way, if you get it out of the way in huge blocks, you don't have to walk back and forth to your base over and over and over again, which is a very slow, tedious process. Nothing slows down base building more than actually having your base and camping in it. Yeah, I cleared it, so let's keep going. Although I am backtracking towards my house anyway, so whatever. Pick some berries along the way. Now, if it turns out that it's just not coming up, what I'm going to do is burn down some trees and make a crock pot instead, and that'll be the next part of our expansion. Actually, these trees are in a very lucky place for that. Let's put down some more of these sort of trees. You want to burn down trees that are sort of not near anything that's going to catch on fire, so that way when they do catch on fire, you won't spread it to critical resources. Hold on, my phone's just ringing here. It was just a phishing scam. Yay! Okay, let's pick up some more manure along the way. But, yeah, let's just try past the beefalo herds. It might be that way. Normally I like to check to see if the beefalo herds are along the edge of the world, and usually they are, but I didn't actually check in this case, so let's find out. Holy, this is a huge beefalo biome. Which will be good later on. Also keep a note of the day. Today's day 7. It's possible for me to get attacked by hounds from this day forward. I'll show you how I deal with that early, in a bit. Yeah, this is the edge of the world. Damn it. But we've still got a little bit of time during this day. Hopefully those trees will have grown so I can burn them down when I get back. That'll be charcoal for a couple other things that I'm going to need. I'm going to start picking up grass. Just realized I don't have any. So I had just enough for my 3 farms and those torches. But we're going to want more torches, more of all that other good stuff. Looks like that... Okay, so there's rock biome over there. I'm going to try getting across that side and see if the swamp is over in that direction. Not really holding my breath that it is, but it's the best lead I've got right now. Pick up the seeds before the birds take them. I've got plenty of traveling food. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. And yeah, there's swamp right there, so I can go get the papyrus and build us a bird cage relatively soon. Let's head on over there. And here's another spider's den, but this one I want to keep here, since it's close enough that we can farm it and just get a lot of spider silk run it over and over again. Let's see. Let's hope that this place has got a lot of reeds and not a lot of tentacles. Well, it has got the potato thing, which is not all that useful since I don't plan on respawning the world. But let's see what else they've got here. There's a fishman who lives here. He's trying to punch me. A lot of fishmen fighting a tentacle. But I don't see any reeds. There's one. I need 8. So this could potentially be a very sucky trip. There's one in the spider web. And I don't think I can get it without aggroing the spider, potentially. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm not getting that one. This place is a battle zone. This is awful. Ow. Okay, yeah, that was careless. I was looking at something else at the time. Let's just zoom in here a little bit. There's just literally those 2 reeds there. That's an awful swamp. Tons of things killing each other. Not a lot of resources. There's a mushroom circle here. It's they're a weird event. They don't do anything really, but they're a good place to get mushrooms if you need them. You can use mushrooms in recipes as sort of a filler ingredient. They're pretty good for that. But let's see what's up here. More grassland. Looks like it's generic grassland. But we've still got a lot of space to explore, it looks like. Hopefully this is World Edge so that I don't have to keep looking. But that's the only swamp we've found so far, and it doesn't have what we need. Hopefully there's another swamp around here, but I'm not holding my breath for that being true. Looks like the spider's nests have upgraded to level 2, so we're going to have to get to chopping down spider's nests relatively quickly, otherwise we're going to have to burn down that forest to get rid of them. And as much as I like burning down forests to get rid of spiders, it's probably not the most efficient way to do it. It's a good way to waste a lot of resources, but, you know, looks like we're going to be doing the torch running for one more night. Still not sure where the hell I'm going to find that papyrus reeds, but it is how it is. You know, you take what you get and you roll with the punches. Anyway, I think I'll cut here to the next day. I'll be running out through the night once more looking for resources. But until then, I'll see you later. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to day 8. As you can see, I've picked up the papyrus, doing something I highly recommend you don't do, which is running around the swamp at night. If you absolutely do have to run through the swamp at night for whatever reason, the technique for doing that without getting completely murdered instantly is to run along the road by constantly hitting tab and just making sure you're still on the road. If you're not doing that, you're probably going to die. It's just the way those things work. They're absolute bastards. But either way, we've got what we need to make our bird cage now. So we're going to go run back to base, build the bird cage, and build a bird trap, because we've also got the silk to do that. And while we're waiting for that bird to get caught, we're going to build ourselves a bee box. That's going to be our day 9 through 10 project-ish. We'll see how long that ends up taking in practice, but also we're going to work on our bee boxes, and simultaneously we're going to start working on capturing, getting charcoal for the drying racks that we're going to have set up. We've grown a pumpkin, some corn, and a carrot. Not great harvest, but not too bad either. Let's look in our box here. Let's toss this mellow potato thing in here and the crank thing and all that other good stuff. So what I want to make sure I can do is refine paper. First step. Oh, Jesus. Did I not get enough? Shoot, I'm short a couple reeds. Yeah, hold on while I cut back to when I've actually gotten the right number of reeds. I thought it was 3 per paper, and I'm, you know, a retard. So, yeah, sorry about that. We'll get back to you right after we've gotten back on track. Hey there YouTube, welcome back. I've just picked up the last piece that I need to build my other sheet of papyrus. I can now go build my bird nest, but at the same time I'm also starting to hear the hounds baying. A little bit further out from base than I would honestly like to be given that, and I'm surrounded by tentacles still, so we're not out into the clear yet, but I can still probably get back to base before anything too terrible happens. It's raining hard enough that my sanity's going down, so this is all in all, you know, a perfect day. It's wonderful. Love it when it stays like this. My garland is about to completely go rotten on my head. I should probably take it off, but it's fine for now. Anyhow, let's continue running. I want to show you how I managed to personally deal with the hounds on their first wave attack, and really all the way up through the first few seasons. They're fairly easy to deal with at first. You can even fight them directly if you want. I've got this new tentacle spike that I picked up while I was wandering around in the swamp. Some fish killed that guy for me. Some fish killed that guy. But I'm going to camp out near these beefalo, and that's how I'm going to survive through the hound attack. And I'm just going to build a fire in case I need it. Let's cook our fish up. Now, mer people are made apparently out of a fish with frog legs, and that's how they work. My garland's just completely gone now. That's fine, though. Oh, here come the wolves. Okay, there should only be 2 of them first year. I'm just gonna drag them through these beefalos, run around in circles until they aggro onto them instead of me. And the reason I do it this way is that sometimes they manage to kill a beefalo, and if they do that, I mean, life just gets so much easier. Because then you can cook or eat the beefalo up. It's a great source of food. Gonna just muscle our way in here, pick up all the stuff. Looks like they just dropped monster meat. There's no teeth here, which is a bit of a shame, but either way, let's head back to base. Still suspicious of that. That looks like it could be problems. But tomorrow we're gonna build our... Actually, no, tonight we're gonna build our bird nest. We're also going to build a bird trap, try and get ourselves a bird to put in it, and that'll be an important part of our agricultural process. And that'll be right away, as soon as we get back into base. Okay, perfect. So, let's go in here. Structures? Yeah, structures. Bird cage. Gonna build it up here. Also need a bird nest, or bird trap, whatever it is. They're up here. Perfect. Things are going pretty well so far. So we're going to drop the bird cage nest thingy, bird trap. I'm completely just off today. And bait it with a seed. Otherwise it's probably going to take forever. For dinner tonight, we're going to eat this carrot. We were actually pretty full on stamina, but let's eat this carrot anyway. Got 1 spare piece of gold, that's fine. Toss it in there. We don't need something. Well, don't need these rocks. We'll put those in there. And that's pretty much all we can get rid of right now. Either way, we've got our everything we need for our bug net as well. Going to build that. And now we can go work on our bees. That was fast. Okay, so we got ourselves a nice red robin. We're going to put him in there, imprisoning him. And now that we've got that, let's just harvest all these crops, because there's specific crops that you want in this game, and there's other crops that you don't. Once you get a bird, you can selectively breed specific crops, which is really nice. Okay, perfect. The rain's cleared up. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Or something. Just catch these butterflies. And we'll keep them in our inventory for now. They're live butterflies, which is good. They'll let you plant flowers for some reason. You right-click with a butterfly and it plants it like a flower. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. But once we've got our bees, we need a lot of flowers around them, so What we want to find now are isolated bee boxes. We're going to find the ones near those ponds over there. The reason we want isolated bee boxes is we don't want to be fighting a lot of bees. We want to be fighting like one bee. And that's much better than fighting a million bees. That spider's nest is almost ready to harvest. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so what I want to do is go up, start capturing some bees. I need 8 of them for the 2 bee boxes that I want to have. Let's try not to get killed by frogs. Hopefully they'll fight the pigman instead of me. Looks like he's fighting some frogs over there, so, you know, good for him. Oh shit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That was a lot more damage than I thought I was going to take there. On fairly low health, that was a bit reckless. Oh shit. You can't use killer bees for your bee box, so just leave them and focus on everything else. Okay, so there's another bee. Shit, shit, shit. Okay. So we've got 6 bees. We need 2 more. This is a fairly slow, laborious, and fairly dangerous process. I'd normally recommend having a bee hat for this, but honestly, you shouldn't really need it. See if we can catch this guy. Yep, that's 7. 1 more. We only need 1 more. Which is good, because our net breaks in another bug catch. We can build another one. That'll be fine, though, so, you know, it's not all bad. Okay, tonight I'm going to have to eat my pumpkin and my popcorn, which is fine. I don't want to make seeds out of them. Okay, perfect. Okay, we caught our 8 bees. Now's the tricky part. And frankly, the part that's going to suck. Oh. That was lucky. Apparently this one was depleted enough that there were no killer bees in it, so I didn't die terribly. Which is really great news. I'm going to eat all this honey just because it's a good source of health. You can see my health's already back up to 72. That'll be fine. This is the one that's going to suck. Boom. Okay, what I want to do is draw these guys through the frogs. Hopefully they'll start attacking the frogs. Looks like a pigman got killed up here. And I'm just going to grab that and run. Because those frogs are vicious. But they did kill a pigman, so it's free food. Gonna grab it, because why the hell not? But anyway, you can see how this would be plenty of food if you wanted to survive off of frogs. Looks like they've killed some of those bees. Yep, looks like they got all of them. And that's, yeah. And that's how you get bees. The other way to do it if there's no frogs nearby is you can actually run around with the red bees chasing you. By the time they sort of catch up to you, you can usually run around back to where they can't actually hit you, and then get back to their beehive, kill it before they can get back to their beehive, and run away before they can catch up to you, retaliate. I'm going to need to chop down some trees. And this is probably where we're going to call it for today. We've got our bee boxes set up, we've got our bird cage, we've got some farms. This is the start of a pretty decent base. What we're going to need next is crock pots and drying racks, and that's what I'm going to be doing up until about day 15. We've actually been very efficient. I don't think that you should have to finish what I've done until about day 14. You know, I've done what I've done here as late as day 16, 17, so you know, it's not necessary for you to be going this fast. It's just that I'm very lucky this time around in some respects. It took me a very long time to find some of the stuff that I wanted, but you can see how fast things go when you've got all your ducks in a row by all that exploration. I'm going to need some more butterflies for the bee farm that I want. I've only got 2. I'm going to plant it beside a couple of flowers that I've already got lying around there. But things are basically going well. This is pretty good. Let's see here. Oops. Clicked off the window here. Okay, so we can now build our bee box. And we're going to go put it down near these flowers. There we go. Gonna drop down some more of those guys. Can we build 2 more planks? Yes, we can. So let's build our other bee box. Perfect. So we've got 2 bee boxes. That's plenty. Got manure for the fire tonight, and we've also got pine cones I'm going to burn. And tomorrow we're just going to be doing some very basic things. So this is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you found this informative, and I hope to see you all next time.